23. And then I coached before that, a very long time ago, at Sacred Heart for 10 years. So between us, we've got almost 50 years of coaching experience. And when Claudia got through umpiring, coaching, she decided to umpire. And I played right out of high school. We didn't have it in high school, but I played on a club. But I've been officiating for 58 years. So, and this is one thing that I want you to remember. Every game you have this year, you're gonna have 2 officials. So when you graduate and you get out of college, remember your days playing that you had officials, and you have to do that the next generation and help them out. Think about becoming an official. If you stay close to home to go to school, Oakland, Rochester College, Wayne, Macomb County, Oakland County, contact me, we'll train you. You come in to do a varsity and JV game, 1 game a week, a doubleheader, $110. There you go. And you girls will be the easy ones to train because you played, and you will know the rules. So tell me what Desiree has done for you. She's explained the field to you, correct? Okay. So you know the restraining line, you know what the little thing is called. What's that called? 8-meter arc. What's the big one called? The fan. It's called the arc and the fan. All right. And when there is a foul, you have to be how far away from a player? 4 meters. Now, if you want to know what 4 meters is, when you're on the field, look at the arc and look at the fan. The arc is 8 meters, the fan is 12. 8 from 12 is what? 4. So visualize that distance so you know what 4 meters is. Also, 4 meters from the desk. Claudia is a player. This is 4 meters, almost 5 yards. So during the games, we tell the girls to move 4 meters. You know what they do? 1, 2, 3, 4.
No, we don't.
Okay, this is the distance that they give. So, I won't belabor that cost because there is a foul for persistently not moving 4 meters away. So the official will give you the benefit of the doubt and say 4 meters, and if she has to tell you a second time, then the green card will come out for delay a game. And it's team accumulative. So if I give you the green card, and then after a few minutes, she decides she's not gonna get 4 meters away, she's gonna get the yellow card, and then she has to come off the field for 2 minutes, and your team plays shorthanded. So, know what 4 meters is. Officials love it. When there is a foul, and you know you fouled, you automatically move 4 meters away. We say to ourselves, oh boy, the coach really did a great job on the 4 meters with this team. Okay? So what we're gonna do right now, the one thing I wanted to say before we start, our job is to keep you safe, okay? Your job and her job, your job is to play it safely. Her job is to coach you to play it safely. Now, when you have a stick and a ball that you propel in the air and you're going in to shoot, yes, you have a right to shoot. You have a responsibility to keep it safe. So if I come in to shoot and an opponent is between me and the goal cage, don't shoot the ball. Pull it out and start over. You hit somebody with this ball, and you can throw it 20 to 30 miles an hour, could seriously hurt them. And the one thing we don't want in the girls' game is more equipment. Because she and I will tell you, the more equipment you put on, the more aggressive the game. I coached with no mouth guards and no goggles. Never had an injury because the kids respected the game. and they respected their opponents. And you have to do the same thing. Respect the game. Play it within the rules and respect your opponent. She's another girl, just like you. She's got a mother and a father, a brother, sister, grandparents. They don't want to hurt her and seriously hurt her. Because you could really seriously hurt somebody if you hit them with one of these balls thrown, especially the kids right here. So, you see a person between you and the goal cage and you're going to shoot, just don't shoot, because you know what? We're gonna call it anyway. We're gonna stop you before you shoot. Most of the time, we don't call it quick enough. You shoot, misses a player and goes in the goal cage. Well, the whistle blew and the goal's not gonna count anyway. So just get in the habit, and Desiree will keep harping you on that. That's the one thing that we worry about more than anything is the safety in the game. All right, the game itself is made up of two kinds of rules. Major, which are the bad ones, and minor, which are not so bad. So Claudia's gonna talk about minor fouls and the boundaries, okay? And I'll just hold this up so everybody can see it.
Do you want to put it on the board?
I won't stay.
No?
Mm-mm. No,
Okay, well, let's first do boundaries.
Pat, do you want me to hold it?
no, it's all right, I'm good. I'm good.
Your sideline, end line, the minute your foot touches it, the ball touches it, your stick touches it, you're out of bounds. Does not have to cross the line, it just has to touch the line. So consider the lines out of bounds always. Now, you can have the ball, have your feet in bounds if the boundary is here, and have your stick and ball out here. And you can be checked out here, because that is still legal. But the minute your stick or ball touch the line, it's out of bounds. The other the other thing would be a deflected shot. Shooting at goal, goes off the goalpost, goes off the goalie. You're gonna chase that ball. The closest to the ball gets the ball. Okay, and it stays a deflected shot until someone possesses it or it comes to rest on the field, basically. Okay, boundary balls, simple change of possession. The umpire's gonna ask you to come 2 meters in. Everyone else stays where they are. If someone was chasing pretty close to you, she comes in a meter away from you, in the same respective position she was on when the ball was out of bounds. Same thing with a ball over the end line, come 2 meters in. So that's basically boundary balls. Yeah.
So if you're holding the stick and it's like over the line, you get checked and it goes out of bounds, who gets the ball?
Stop and think, who had the ball in their stick?
So you can check.
Who had the ball in your stick? You did, right?
I had the
Here it is,
ball.
out of bounds. I'm gonna check. I hit your stick. Who had the last person who had the ball? You.
I put it
My
out of
ball.
bounds. Yep.
Okay? Just because your stick gets checked doesn't mean that my stick touched the ball, because if I come in and do this, I'm holding her stick down. Now that's a foul on me. So to check, you check here and tip it so it rolls out. Okay, good
Okay.
question, very
Yeah.
good
They actually
question.
make a point of that in the rule book, so that is a good question. Any other questions on just boundaries?
Just remember, on is out.
Yep.
Foot, ball, or stick on the line, you're out of bounds. Change of possession.
Okay, so minor fouls. You probably know several of them. First one's a cover. That's a cover, that's a cover, that's a cover. Okay?
And let me ask you a
Foot,
question.
first-
Only when is it a cover?
Okay, there is,
Let him ask it, let him
Okay.
answer. When is it a cover and you're gonna get called for it?
When you're not the goalie.
When you what?
When you're not the goalie.
No, you're almost there. If you're coming in to get the ball, and I'm coming in to get it here, I'm within a stick length, all right? Claudia covers. What is she doing to the ball? She's taken away my opportunity to play the ball. So it's only a cover when there is someone else within playing distance, and playing distance is 1 stick length. Now, if I'm not around, Claudia can roll it under and pick it
You'll
up.
see a lot of girls do that. If there's no one around them, they just
Yeah.
roll it to themselves.
She has not taken away an opportunity from another player. But as soon as there is another player within a stick length, you can't cover it this way, and you can't pull it away.
Yeah, that's
because
considered a
that
cover
is-
too, like if she's coming in and I wanna
That
get
takes
it
it
away
away
from her
from
and
me
then
to
pick
get
it
it.
up, that's a cover as well.
Understand that? Got it?
Anytime you're denying the other player access to the ball, essentially, you're gonna get called for a
I
cover.
do just wanna make a note though, girls, we won't be practicing covering the ball to bring it back towards us, because more than likely, someone will be close enough to us that it would be considered us taking the ball away from them. So we are gonna practice getting low, scooping through and bringing it up. We're not gonna practice covering the ball. Even though that is the rule, we won't be practicing it.
Exactly. Okay, so then you also have empty stick check. And that occurs a lot when everyone's going for the ball and you either hit the stick up, you hit the stick down. You're depriving that other player of a chance to get the ball because you're taking her stick out of, yeah.
You dropped it.
Oh,
Oh, my, there's my other little.
there's your little.
I know where that girl was, she ran away.
Okay, so empty stick check, pretty basic. Let's see, and then you have the draw. Most of the draw violations are considered a minor foul. So the draw violations are, I don't know how many of you are gonna be centers, but when you're taking the draw, we will put the ball in, and then you're gonna say, ready, and then we back away for the whistle. Once the official says ready, neither player can move a muscle except for their head.
To
They can
watch the official
You can watch the
moving away.
official or whatever, but you cannot
Move her foot.
your foot.
Can't drop your stick. Whoever does, guess what? What is it? It's a minor foul.
Minor foul.
So what's gonna happen? Change of possession, okay? And what'll happen on the change of possession is the person that didn't foul gets the ball,
Okay.
and the person that fouled goes 45 degrees in front of her. How far away? 4 meters, okay?
Exactly.
All right, there, boy, you got the 4 meters
Yeah,
down there.
okay, so another thing you do wrong on the draw, whistle,
Now, one thing about the draw, when you're confused on which way you need to go, the open end of the stick should be facing your goalkeeper. I'm going that way, okay? The back end of your stick faces the goal you're shooting at. So, we get this question. I'm a left-hander, all right? So you move around the other way, all right? Oh, I got it this way.
yeah. But you'll see girls on the same
Each
side
side.
or on the opposite side,
All right.
pocket always open to the goal, to your goalie.
This has to be open to your goalkeeper, all right? Now, on the draw, the one thing the draw has to do, it's at waist level, is when the whistle blows, the ball has to go above the heads. And this is the motion for the draw. Get out of the habit, whoever the center is gonna be, get out of the habit of going straight up and trying to get it yourself. You've got teammates. You get it yourself up here, what's the opponent gonna do right away? Gonna go and check it, because now she's way above the bubble, okay? So when you're practicing your draw, get it so that you can hold it any way you want. Up and away, like this. It's this wrist action right here, which will throw the ball away, okay?
So pass or fouls, failure to draw up, okay? If the ball does not go above your head, it's a redraw, okay?
Excuse me for 1 second. Girls, can some of you sit on the desk so that the parents have a seat to sit down in, please? Only some of you, not all of you. In the back, row. Thank you. She's taking pictures, thank you.
Now, we're gonna watch your motion on the draw. So, the whistle blows and we go up and Claudia, no, I want you to go out that way, okay? Whistle blows and she goes out your first movement has to be up. Okay? Otherwise, it's a change of possession, you're illegally drawing. Okay?
Okay, so-
Questions on the draw? The open side of your stick is facing your goalkeeper. The back side of your stick is facing the goal you are shooting at. It's a good little rule of thumb. Okay?
Okay, still sticking with the draw, the gals that are around the circle, okay? They may not enter the circle until the whistle, so that would also be a minor foul. It'll be a change of, it'll be a possession for the other team, and we'll set it up at the center with a 4-meter diagonal.
Okay, this is how, and she has made diagrams for you. That's what the draw looks like. Okay? Notice there are 4 from each team. Now, you don't have to have 4. You can have 3 on one end and 5 on the other end. The only thing is, there has to be 8 players behind that restraining line, either one. So that you only have 6 players between the restraining lines on the draw.
The restraining lines are the 30-yard lines, girls.
30-yard line. This little guy right here. Okay? All right.
Right, and new rule this year, the players that are behind the restraining line, normally we would whistle, the draw goes up, everybody crashes in. We have a lot of covers and empty stick checks and everything
A lot
else.
of yellow cards with checks over the body and onto the head.
So this is a good rule. The players behind the restraining line may not cross the restraining line until there is possession.
Possession by
What is
a
that?
player. Oh,
So
no, it's
you-
wonderful.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a great rule. Because now on the draw,
It's
only
people.
6
Yeah.
people
So you only have 6
are
people.
fighting.
Crazy.
No.
Yeah, I mean, like, not like, I can't believe that
You know why?
tell me.
I gave out 13 yellow cards last year on draws because over the top of the head, kids going for balls, coming down.
I've seen it. I've seen it. I think I've been that person before, honestly, so I get
It's
it.
only in high school.
I didn't hear, oh, it's only, okay, I was gonna say, I didn't hear it filter down, but.
No, it,
So it's much cleaner in the
Much
circle
cleaner.
area between the restraining lines. You're only gonna have those girls, and you have to have actual possession. Then they may cross the
then
line.
they
Can you tell them what possession is? Like, in.
Ball and stick.
Has to be in stick.
Yeah.
And has to be in stick.
They're not pushing the ball along the ground trying to get it in your stick, in the stick.
Right. So I think that's all on all the draw fouls. Another minor foul, and this will be another rule too. We have a body ball where you cannot use your body to change direction of the ball intentionally. New rule now is you may kick the ball
Only on
on
a
a
scrum.
non-scoring play. You
And
may
in the
kick the
scrum.
ball. So now, when everybody's fighting and you've got, 4 or 5 people,
Right here.
you put it in there, oh, okay.
Let's describe why they did it.
This is what it is.
Picture, come on over here. Now, she's got a stick in her hand too. So the old one, the girls would get down and try to get the ball. And what was happening, these sticks were coming up and clipping people in the face. I touched someone in the chin with my stick, guess what? Yellow card, you're out for 2 minutes. You cannot touch a person around the head area with your stick, period. Remember, you're only wearing goggles and a mouth guard. So what they've done, instead of having these kids bringing these sticks up, now the
Yeah.
player can kick it out to the side to get themselves open and then go and pick it up and go with it. Now, I've had 8 weeks of indoor, we haven't seen one person kick it.
Well, it's
Really?
been so
That's not
ingrained that
surprising
you
though, yeah.
can't kick the
It-
ball.
it's-
That's shocking,
It's only a
really.
matter of time, but you can kick it
So do you
out
think
and
they're
you
gonna
keep it to yourself.
implement body balls again? Like, do you think that they're gonna?
No, there's still
Really?
body balls. No,
If it goes
still-
off your body, forward, you can pick it up and play as long as you are not on a scoring play. Okay, so anywhere between the restraining lines or in your defensive end, we're not gonna call that. But if you're inside here and it goes off your body forward and you're going into the arc, guess what? Going the other way.
Does that's, what if it just hits off of them though?
Let it go.
Right,
Yeah,
okay.
unintentional
Let
is
it go,
not
unintentional, let it go.
Okay, then the other minor fouls, a lot of them are equipment fouls. If you have jewelry in, if you don't have the mouth guard in, if you don't have the right goggles, and that is a change of possession. See if I'm forgetting anything.
Let me tell you
Minor
one thing,
fouls.
girls, you cannot play with jewelry. You cannot play with the little wrist ponytail things on your wrists. That's considered jewelry, as dumb as that is. Let me give you a rule of thumb. You go to practice, no jewelry. Condition yourself, when you have a stick in your hand, you know you can't wear jewelry, so just get used to it at practice. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, do like earrings apply?
No earrings, and please, if you don't have them pierced now, wait till the end of the season, because you can't cover up the pierced ear with tape.
You
Guess
can't do
what?
it anymore?
No, you're gonna sit on the bench with me, you are not going. And let me tell you, the posts pull them out, that hole's not gonna close in an hour. It isn't, it just isn't. Alright? So get in the habit, the only thing you can wear, medical bracelets, or a religious thing, not, I don't wanna see all these Christian crosses or this and that, but there is a religious thing that some religions wear. If they have it on, it has to be taped down. So if you have like a allergic to penicillin, you can wear it, but there's gotta be tape, it can't be flapping. If you have a religious necklace, and we check them, believe me, we do, when we do the stick check, it has to be taped to the body. Okay? Can't be flapping around. It's too dangerous, because you never know, inadvertently, a stick gets caught in there, you never know. You could try 1,000 times to get it there, and it would never happen, but it's that one time. So get used to not wearing jewelry at practice. Boys love female athletes. They don't care if you wear jewelry. Believe me.
Okay, a couple of the minor fouls. Delay of game. You know on every whistle you stand. So if you continually, what we call creep, move when you're supposed to be standing, that can be constituted delay of game. Also, if we're saying get four behind, if you're taking one step, get four behind, another step, get four behind, delay of game. Delay of game is penalized a little bit differently. It will be a change of possession, but it will also be a card. You'll start with a green card, then you get a green-yellow where you have to go out, and then you get a yellow. So just make sure it's simple. As soon as you hear that whistle, stop, and as soon as you're told to get 4 meters away, go for it. When we do penalize a minor foul, it's different from a major foul in the sense that you do not have to go behind the girl. If you were coming in and a foul occurred from here, go 4 meters back the direction you came from. A lot of girls, and we won't stop all the time to change it, because you should know this. When we say 4 away, or we say 4 behind. If we say 4 away, go 4 away. A lot of girls will just automatically go 4 behind, and you're just penalizing yourself more than you need to. But we don't wanna take the time to say, oh no, you don't have to go behind, why don't you go over here? It takes too long. So, for your sake, don't penalize yourself even more, but most minor fouls is just 4 away the direction you came. Illegal substitution, not, the girl has to come all the way off before you go on, unless it's after a goal.
Even after the goal, they have to go through the
You
substitution.
get to go through the substitution on a goal, after a goal too.
It's just cones, we put
Yeah.
cones, and that's where you go through.
Right by the.
By
Guys
the
are at
50-yard line.
Merv, they're at the 45-yard lines of the football field, so they have a 10-yard substitution area, and you can substitute even though you're on the opponent's side of the 50. The substitution area is the substitution area, okay? But after goals, and going in and coming out has to go through the substitution area. Like Claudia said, it's a minor foul, you do it a second time, now we get into a carding situation. And the person that's really responsible for those substitutions,
She gets the card.
She gets
Ultimate
the
card.
okay?
Okay, I think that's pretty much it. Do you have questions on minor fouls? Any?
They're easy, minor fouls are easy, they're not that bad, okay? We don't wanna see you hacking, someone going to get the thing is she goes to get a ground ball, and you know you can't, let her pick it up, get it in her stick, and then you go and check it.
Yeah, unless she's got it
Well,
down here.
down here, as long as she doesn't have it in her stick, and you're touching her stick, it's a foul. That's minor. And I'm here, so I gotta go for there.
Right.
If I did it from the front, then I have to go four in front of her, okay? And don't ever just go like this, girls, and say, go right ahead, there's my goal, go and take a shot. If you get her from the front, keep yourself between that goal cage you're protecting and that ball. Don't give her a free pass. All right.
Are you talking about when you say 4 away? Is that what you're talking about?
Four away
Four away.
means any direction, and if it's
Direction you came
major,
from.
we will always say four behind.
So do you guys understand that? If you get a minor foul, you can go, you have to go 4 meters away, but you can go anywhere from their
180
peripheral vision.
degrees.
Right.
Okay?
And the refs will say like away or behind.
Yes,
Yes.
we will say four away. And you will see her 2 or 3 times, so.
How about you?
I'm coming one time. and
What?
I'm coming, well armed. I have shapes in my pocket. Anyway, before I really get into major fouls, there's one thing when Claudia talked about substitution. There is a 5-yard variance all the way around the field that we have to keep safe. The benches are 5 yards away. The score table is 5 yards away. All players and the coach have to be 5 yards back. It's for a safety reason. Before, these players used to stand right on the sideline. We've had players injured. We've had officials injured who are backing up into players standing there with sticks in their hands. So now everybody, and this was a new rule last year, and it's cardable. And she gets the card. The first one is misconduct, it'll be green. If we have to come by and say, okay, Eisenhower, this is your second time, coach, you've got a yellow card. Now she's gotta pick someone who's on the field to come off for 2 minutes, and you play shorthanded. And believe me, girls, here's the bench, and you can sit there and you have an unobstructed view of the field. There's nobody in front of you, except one of us going back and forth occasionally. So get used to sitting on the bench. Take a load off your feet. Believe me, standing, all that blood is rushing down to your legs, and then when you go on the field, your legs are heavy. Sit down and take a load off your feet. All right, because I hate to card a coach, just because of that.
Is that same with the boys too?
We don't even mention that game.
No.
Different game, different stroke for different
Okay,
folks.
just asking.
Don't even.
Well, I have
I'll
one
make
of
one
those that play,
statement.
so that's why I
We
was wondering.
play the civilized version.
Okay.
Yeah, we do. We respect the girls' bodies.
Thanks.
We don't want anybody hurting them. All right, now, any questions so far? Desiree has done a great job. Took all this, having you to do this. We're into major fouls. These are the bad ones. Now, every girl has got an invisible bubble around the field, and it's 7 inches out. And we measure from, it's like this, here, 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 and here, and here, all right? No stick can come in through the bubble to get to a stick. Now, I'm giving you one piece of advice. If you are trailing your opponent who has the stick and the ball in front of her, and she's going down the field, you tell me how I can get to her stick from back here. I can't, but you know what we see? That's a foul. It's through the sphere. We are protecting your head. There is this invisible bubble, and we are protecting that bubble. If you are in front, no movement towards the body. Everything has to be away. Okay? If you're stuck, stick, inadvertently touches a player or hits her in a check, automatic yellow card. No questions asked. If you are chasing her and her stick is out here to the side and you want to check it, this is legal, all right? This is a, put it up there. This is an uncontrolled slash, and most of the time you miss. So the stick is here, and I miss, and I do that, that's uncontrolled. What'll happen is if she maintains possession and keeps going, the official will do this. That tells the coach, I saw the foul, I'm gonna let her go, but guess what I'm gonna do when the whistle? I'm gonna come back to this person right here, and she's gonna get a yellow card for an uncontrolled foul.
Even if
Now,
she misses,
even
you
if
can
she
still
misses.
call it.
Now, if that happens between the restraining lines, we're gonna call it immediately. We're not gonna give her that advantage because she's really not on the scoring play. What we wanna do is send a message, don't do the tomahawk. It's this, it's this, it's this, okay? And just be careful when you're behind, because there's no way. The only way you can check is if her stick is out beyond that bubble, and you go here. If it's up in front, and you're behind her, help, pick her up. Yell for a teammate to pick her up, because you can't stop her. All right? Okay. That's dangerous contact. Any check to the head, we discussed that earlier, all right? I'm coming in from the side. If I reach in, now the rule of thumb for the officials is she has to be one step ahead in order to go over and get a stick on the far side. You see, I'm beyond, here's the bubble, look where my stick is, but I'm one step ahead of her. If I'm even, what am I doing? I'm through the bubble. So as a defense player, you're chasing the ball, make sure if you're gonna go after a stick that's on her other side, you have got to be one step ahead, which gets you beyond that bubble and you can go after the ball. Clear?
We look at your feet,
Oh.
right then, I mean, before you move your stick, and if we see your feet are back here, we're
Gonna call
just
it
getting
before
ready.
we can do it. Yeah, yeah. We read a lot of body language, we know exactly what you're gonna do, so. Okay, we did the slash, we did the contact. There is a foul called dangerous propelling. That's when you go in and shoot. Now, you're the goalkeeper. There's no defense player in front of me, okay? I'm here, I don't need to take this big shot and wind up and whale it and hit the goalkeeper right here. It's called dangerous propelling, even though the goalkeeper is wearing equipment. That's dangerous propelling, and it's an automatic card. Now, if I'm a defender and Claudia shoots, just take the ball like you're shooting. I'm in position and the ball comes and nicks me on the shoulder and then goes off, dangerous propelling. I'm in front. I was within a stick length of her, and it's within. Within is the key word.
Are you talking defense or goalie?
The defense, the
Defensive
goalie's
player.
not even in this
Right.
picture. This is a stick length, but she's not within. Within means you have to have her inside your stick. So I'm in good defensive position. Does she really have a shot? No, but she decides I'm gonna shoot anyway. She shoots, but the ball hits me. Dangerous propelling, yellow card, okay? The other major foul is she shoots and the ball goes there, but now her stick comes and hits me on the head. Dangerous follow through, yellow card. Are you starting to get the picture?
Girls, dangerous shot is dangerous propelling, that's what I've been talking
Same
about.
thing.
Yeah.
Same thing, okay? Dangerous follow through, you hit someone with your stick on the follow through. All right, this young lady's the goalkeeper. All right, I'm getting ready to take my shot. My shot has to start outside the goal circle, but my stick may follow through across the goal line when I finish, okay? Now, I shoot, ball goes in the cage, and my stick points the goalie on the helmet. What do you think the call's gonna be? Is the goal gonna count?
No.
No. And what is this person gonna get? Yellow card. Even though the goalie's wearing a helmet, cannot follow through and crank her on the head.
Is there a rule about players being inside the goalie crease?
Yes, we'll get to that.
Okay.
All right? So are we clear on the shots? Anything you wanna answer so far? Just remember, when you go in and shoot, your shot has to start outside, but the stick can follow through across the goal line. Okay, you can't start your shot inside because now. All right. I don't want to get into goal circles here. Okay. So you did dangerous check. Okay, this is the biggie. Everybody has a right to play with their sticks at 9 and 3. The only thing you can't do is what? What have we been talking about? Sticks on what?
You can't hit someone with your stick, you can't touch someone with your stick.
All right, I'm playing defense behind. I can have my stick here, all right? See my elbows? I've not done anything. Claudia's got the ball in her stick. She wants to go over there. I extend. That's illegal. That's a cross check.
We haven't gone there.
And
yet.
this
Just
is
so you
the
know.
movement. As long as you don't extend those arms, go ahead, Claudia. Go ahead, come on, right on my stick, right on the stick, right on the stick. Nothing, there's nothing. I'm not extending. Once I extend, I have misplaced her or dispelled. Okay? I'm moving her off her mark. Too many of these young women today have got bruises up and down those kidneys. That's why this now is a mandatory yellow card. And you'll see players as they come in, do this. It's not in the girls' game. You want that kind of rough play? Try out for the boys' team. You can't deny it. Go and play that game. No young girl should have to show all the bruises that she has from lacrosse. Our game is a game of speed and skill. There's no physical contact in this game. It's inadvertent, but it should not be intentional. Now, hang on. Now, we had a young lady in a game the other day at Country Day, the indoor, your team's
Oakland?
club, yeah, the club tournament. Girl comes from behind, does this to a girl, ends on the floor. Guess what I gave her? A red card. That's an intent to injure. Remember, you have a weapon in your hand here, girls, and you have a missile that is flying through the air.
So if you're holding the stick like this and you're touching the other person, can you put your weight into it, like running with that?
No, because you're dispelling her.
Yeah, you
What do you
can't
do?
displace her off her path, okay? So
What do you have to move? No, what do you have to move? I'm a defense player. What do I have to move to deny her to get around me? What do I do? Move. Oh, Claudia. It's called move your feet. It's called move your feet. You know, once she comes on you, don't be a boulder. Move your feet. All right? Okay. Those are good questions.
But you'll see everybody is taught to mark you with their arm, their elbow like this, and it's a fine line, and they start pushing,
So now this is the other one that we have standing. We have, face me, we have players coming in. My stick is vertical, okay? My stick is up back here, it's not on her body. But guess what's getting worked overtime?
Yeah, if you're using the
They're using the butt end. We do not wanna see that. You got her here, you got me here, we got eyes all the way around our head. We see
We
everything.
really do though.
Ask her, she knows. We want you to have fun, but we want you to be safe. That's the most important thing. And when you play safely, you walk off the field and say, you know what, we did a good job, and everybody is healthy. That's the most important thing. All right. Illegal stick to the body. All right, now, get in your shots. Reach across the body. All right. How many play basketball? You all know what blocking is, don't you? Or an illegal pick. In lacrosse, if Claudia is a defender, she's the attacker, and you're a defender, I'm this girl's teammate, okay? We're on the red team. I'm gonna set a pick for my teammate. I can't come and set it behind, because she cannot see me. You have to set the pick about half a meter away, so that when she turns, when I move to go get, she turns, and she sees me, turn this way, she sees me.
I just have to be able to see her. If the player goes that way, I'm going there.
She's gotta
Otherwise,
see
I'm
me.
going behind her.
Just don't pick behind.
For those of you who have not played basketball and picks are unfamiliar to you, this is what you do in order to free up the girl with the ball. So if I have the ball
Claudia's
and
defending.
Claudia's my defender, Pat's gonna set a pick there so that when I run this way,
Really
she's
catch up.
blocked.
That's a pick, and that's legal,
And that's
because see,
legal.
she sees me. Now, the difference between a pick and a block, she starts to move, and then I go here, my feet weren't established. So now I'm blocking her path.
This is defensive
So it's her
positioning we were
foul.
talking
It's
about.
my foul, okay? All right, so we'll do that again. Desiree's the attacker. I'm gonna go set a pick, start moving. See it? She sees me.
And I'm late.
Yeah, all right. Don't. We're not there yet. Okay, and then the block is when you step into an opponent's path trying to block her. You should see that, you see it in basketball all the time. All right, so when you set a pick, make sure it's out to the side and you've got a little space, so she sees you when she turns.
Can you like move your hands like block them, or is that a legal pitch?
And you can't use the stick beyond the width of your body to keep someone from moving. If Claudia wants to go in, I can't do this.
But you're not using this thing. Oh, when you're setting a pick, is the way that you're sticking your hands have to do with it? Like, you were holding it at 9 and 3, but then
No.
can you not hold it like
6
now?
and 12,
6 and 12.
Straight up.
here. Because if I do it here and she turns, I'm detaining her. See there? That's a foul on me. So when you set a pick, stick has to be 6 and 12, straight up. And no one's gonna get hurt, all right? All right. 2 more. Question?
Yeah, so you said that they have to be able to see you when they're setting a pick, so wouldn't they just go the other way?
Well, yeah,
But it
she's
takes
smart
time.
enough.
It's,
It
it's
takes
your
time.
peripheral,
Come back
it's
here.
it's on your peripheral vision.
Come here.
So like, she's focused on me, usually, cause I have the
Yeah.
ball. She's not gonna be focused on someone coming behind her, so when I go,
I start, even though that's all it takes is that split second.
we talk
for her to
about
have a
defense
jump.
having their head on a swivel, so this is how you prevent not seeing a pick. This is when we're talking about you have your girl and you're seeing the ball.
Right.
So you're looking, your head's on a swivel, but if you're standing there staring at me and I make a move, my teammate can just set that pick so I can go right around.
And then when you get really good, do it again. Go the other way. You see what happens when you get real good?
And
Then you
We'll get
roll
there.
around and pick her up. That's when you get good in the second week.
So then you can't move once you.
No, I can't move, because if I move, then what am I doing? Blocking. That's the difference between pick and a block. If I stick my foot out there, that's blocking, my foul. I have to stand straight with my stick in front of me, on a pick. Yes,
What happens if you set a pick and they knock you down?
You're
Yeah.
telling the
Their
truth,
fault.
right?
their foul. That's why
It's
we
the same
like
as
when you,
basketball.
when you
Yeah.
said, that's why when we ask you, and she will coach you this way, as soon as she moves, notice, I left myself room. So when she did turn around, she saw me and was prepared to stop. You don't wanna go right up on the body, okay? Leave a little bit of space.
Because if she saw her after she set that pick, so when she saw her, if she would have continued to go through her, that's a charge. You see her there, you can't just run her over.
Okay, so is it the same thing in basketball as like when you set the screen, you can wobble after
Yep,
and?
yep,
Yeah.
yep, yep, same thing. That's what Claudia did the
That's
second
just
time.
strategy,
Rolled
and
the
we'll
ball.
go over that.
Okay, two more. We'll save the best one for last. 3 seconds. When you are marking,
They're seasoned on this one.
what'd you say?
They're seasoned on this one.
Are they?
3 seconds?
Okay. Okay. All right. We got an official here and an official there. And the ball is right here with this girl. Blue is on defense, okay? Red has the ball. Right now, everybody in the arc is marking correctly, okay? They're within a stick length. So we'll just say, she's watching her girl out there, all right? She's not within a stick length. So what will happen is the official will blow the whistle, this team will have the ball, this player now has to go 4 meters behind the ball, this player has to move 4 meters away, and we go. Okay? This girl decided that she was gonna just stand here. You can't stand in the arc for more than 3 seconds, or you're gonna get whistled down. Now, we'll say that the ball and the player are now behind the goal, this is the official, are behind the back, the goal line, all right? Now, did she tell you that there's 10 yards back here?
No, I didn't.
All right, we play on a football field, 100 yards, but they're also 10 yards behind each goal, and that 10 yards is mandatory. So when you come here and play it, Mallow,
Yeah.
and you don't have 100 yards, you have to shorten the space between the goal cages, because this 10 yards is mandatory. So dads, whoever's marking the field here, make sure you got 10 yards behind the goal line. We'll adjust in between. All right, ball is back here. This player is standing alone in the arc, 3 seconds. Tweet, what do you think's gonna happen now? The ball is here. This player will move 4 away. This player now has to go 4 meters behind the girl. Yeah, we just take her out of the 8 meters.
Is 3 seconds no longer free possession?
No.
It's not, right?
No, no, you know why? Because when it was back here below the goal line
Yeah.
and you were given an 8-meter shot, how stupid
Right,
is that?
no,
You
it
can't
is.
score
It
from
is.
back
No.
here, you know? So that's what happens with 3 seconds. All right, one more scenario on the 3 seconds. All right? Ball is now just coming across the restraining line. Okay? These two are here. All right, you see that lone girl in blue? All right, you see where the ball is on the restraining line? 3 seconds. We're gonna take her out, put her 4 meters behind the ball. This girl goes 4 meters in front, and that's what happens. Okay? Question?
Why does the defender that didn't do anything have to move 4 meters?
Because
You have to be 4 meters
Oh,
away
from
from
any
the ball
ball,
in order
any
to
whistle.
start it.
Everyone has to be 4 meters
Everybody,
away.
in order
That's
for
for
the
every
play to
whistle.
start.
Oh, okay.
In order for the play to start, everybody's got to be 4 meters. But notice what I did, she was here, I didn't move her out to the side.
Yeah.
She was standing in front, so she just moves here. So she's still blocking her to get to the goal cage. See what I'm saying? So you, when we tell you 4 meters away, and you were right in front of her, don't move out to the side and say, okay, honey, just go right to goal. Always protect your goal. Okay, so 3 meters comes into effect as soon as the ball crosses the restraining line. Okay, so if you're in there alone and that ball is at the restraining line, you're gonna come all the way out and behind the ball. All right? Any questions on 3 seconds?
What was your question?
Okay, so if there's 2 girls on, for some reason there's 2 girls on one attack in there, but they're both 6, what's that?
That's a very good question.
A very good question.
1 person to a player who does not have the ball. If a player has the ball, you can have 10 people on her within a stick length. But if she doesn't have a ball, it's 1-on-1. Okay? Everybody understand that one? Got it? Got that inquisitive look on your face.
What have we not
Okay?
learned about yet, you guys? Really
Okay.
quick, what have we not learned about yet? No?
Come on.
Come on, yes, who said it?
Oh.
Good job.
It's coming. What is it?
Shooting space.
Saving
The best for last.
Shooting space.
I
All
have a
right.
question.
Okay, one more.
Is that rule, like, when you crash, you have to put your stick out first?
That's shooting space.
That's
shooting
correct.
space.
All right, now, shooting space is when you are coming in to shoot. Audrey's got this, don't put it in. It's got the ball in her stick. That's the goal cage right there. All right, I'm not within the stick length, and she's getting ready to shoot, and then all of a sudden, I move here. The official is gonna stop this before she takes a shot and injures me. She's gonna protect me. I'm not within the stick length. Now, if Claudia's coming in to shoot, and I stick my stick there, can she hurt my stick? No, but she can hurt my body. So that's why we call shooting space. And the signal for that, when we blow it, is this. You're not within shooting space. So just know this signal, okay? All right, now, shooting space starts, the critical scoring area is the top of the fan, which is also known as what? 12 meters. Boy, good job.
Thank you.
All right. This
Those are quick
is where
learners.
shooting space begins. All right, this player has the ball. She's coming in, and this player is off to the side. All right, coming in to shoot, and this player gets here, like that. That is gonna be shooting space. And because the ball is not in the 8-meter arc, we're gonna place the ball, keep it right there. This girl is gonna go 4 meters behind. We'll say these kids were here. And then we open up a shooting lane for the player. And so everybody has to move out wide like that. And she goes right in, and she can take a shot if she's not checked. Now, that's the difference when it's not in the 8 meters. Once it gets in the 8 meters, it's a different situation, all right? We'll say she's right here. And this player now moves in like that. We're calling shooting space. Now what happens is the ball goes to the nearest hash mark. You see these little marks there? Ball goes there. This player goes back to the 12. 8 to 12 is 4 meters. Everybody has to clear out of the arc to the nearest exit. And guess what that girl gets to do? 1-on-1 from the goalkeeper. Now that's when shooting space happens within the 8-meter arc. Otherwise, it's on the spot when we blew the whistle. The person in shooting space goes behind, and we say shooting lane. So everybody that's kind of close on the line to that ball, we move them outside. Okay? Any questions on shooting space? And believe me, folks, it is a tough, tough call for us, because we know you want to shoot, and we are watching so close to make sure that that defender is within the stick length before you take that shot. But as I said to you earlier, if there is a girl in front of you, you got a right to shoot, but you've got two things that are gonna happen. Three things, actually. You can score or goal, and nothing happens. You can shoot and hit the player, which will be a yellow card. Or you can shoot, miss the player, score a goal, and your stick clunks her in the head. No goal, yellow card, and you're out for 2 minutes. So get in the habit, and I'm sure she will right into you. You got a player in front of you, pull it out and start over. All you have to do, pull her, move her. She doesn't know when you're gonna stop. You stop and you go right by her and go in and shoot. But don't shoot. Get in the habit of not shooting with people in front of you. I always hate to bring up this scenario, but I'll tell you it does happen. In a college game, 10 years ago, boys, shoulder pads, everything, a young player got hit in the chest between his heartbeat, was dead before he hit the ground. In a college game. Okay? And I hate to bring it up, but it does and will happen if you're not careful. And it just devastated everybody. I mean, that poor coach resigned his position, and it took him 10 years to come back to coaching. And he's now at a different university. But it just happened to catch him between the heartbeat, and that was it. And we don't wear equipment. So, you know, and the thing is, and I'm telling you, don't play aggressively, because they put more equipment on you. I'm gone, she's gone, and I'm telling you, 75% of our officials association are gone. We do not want to see the girls playing with more equipment than they already have on. And like I said, you want to play the rough, tough game? Go play with the boys. They can't deny you. If you're that good an athlete,
You're not
they'll have
going
you on their
anywhere.
team.
You're all staying right here. You're all staying right here,
Tell you
so.
something. You have a great coach. I've known her since she was in middle school. Did her high school games, did her games at OU, did games when she was coaching at Troy. You're lucky that you have someone of that quality to coach you. And she will keep it safe.
One thing, she showed you how you're gonna be positioned for 8-meter shots when there's a major foul in the 8-meter. And I neglected to tell you when there is a minor foul in the 8-meter.
Like an empty stick check in the 8
Yeah,
meter.
or cover. We're gonna take you and we are gonna put you on the 12.
The ball and the plate.
And then the ball and the player. And then the gal that committed the offense is going to go on the 8 in front of her. Okay, so it's just the opposite of going 4 behind. It's gonna go 4 in front. And it's called an indirect shot. You may not shoot until someone else, you have to pass it, someone else touches the ball.
All right, so again,
Just so you know, that's for minor fouls in the 8.
this blue player hits this player's stick before she can pick the ball up in her stick. Empty stick check. We blow the whistle, we say red, take the ball to the 12. Blue, go to the 8 and face her. Everybody stays where they are. You just have to be 4 away. And we say indirect. And that means you have to pass the ball before you shoot. Now, if you shoot, guess what it's gonna be? Change of possession. Okay, because you have to pass the ball 1 time on an indirect. All right, lastly, the goal circle.
Can you go over flags?
The what?
Flags.
Oh, no, I don't wanna even go there.
Really?
Don't you worry about flags.
We probably
No.
will not.
No, we're not
use
gonna be
flags
holding
very much.
flags here.
Really?
They're in the first year, they're gonna be taught the right way.
Okay.
Right. Foul is a foul, we'll put our arm out, whatever. Goal circle. The only person that can put their feet on the goal circle line is who? Goalie, that's her house. She owns that line, so she can put her feet on that line. All right, if a defender If a goalkeeper comes out of her cage and the ball is in possession of the opponent, no defender can go into that goal circle. And why is that? Here's a red player coming in. Goalie is way out here, okay? Goalie, we'll say this is the goalkeeper. Red is coming in to shoot. The blue defender goes in there, red's coming in. What's wrong with this picture?
You're denying her opportunity.
What?
You're denying the opportunity for her.
No, I'm not denying the opportunity. What am I wearing as a defender? Nothing. You don't have a helmet on, you don't have a chest protector on, you don't have thigh pads on, you don't have shin protection. When the other team has possession of the ball, your team cannot be in that goal circle. You never know when your goalie is gonna lose the ball and that player is gonna go right to goal. And you're dead meat, but we're gonna call it, okay? All right, now, if the red is on the attack and the blue is marking her. Now, one thing about 3 seconds that I neglected to tell you. If you are marking the ball, a player who is behind the goal cage, you may stay in front, in the mark for more than 3 seconds because you're watching this girl, okay? All right? If the ball gets passed out to a teammate out here, what are you subjected to?
Shooting space?
Correct, shooting space, all right? So if you're marking a girl behind the goal cage, you may be in the 8-meter arc. And girls, and I'm sure she'll teach you this, the ball is back here, don't chase this girl back here. Wait for her on the goal line. Can she score from behind the goal cage? Ain't gonna happen. Save your energy, make her come to you, all right? So you're here, she goes to the other side, you can come around and be there. But as soon as that ball comes out to the top, remember, you're subjected to shooting space. All right. Red's got the ball. As she's coming around, this girl goes into the goal circle and comes through. Goal circle violation by the defense. What's gonna happen? The ball will come right where the arc meets the goal line, right there. Attacker, and the girl that was in the goal circle has to go 4 meters behind. It's a major foul. And if anybody is in her way here like this, you tell them shooting lane. Gotta move out, give this girl a lane to go in and shoot. Now that's if the defense is in the goal circle. The attack, and has the ball, comes around and inadvertently goes through the goal circle. That's what comes out to the 8. Or does the goalie do?
No, it's still from the goalie.
Okay.
It's a dangerous shot.
All right, the goalie will get the ball. This girl, because she was in the goal circle, 4 meters behind the goal cage. Okay? So, just to review, if the attack has the ball and they go through the goal circle right here, goalie will get the ball. This girl will go 4 meters behind. Everybody in front's gotta be 4 meters away from the goal circle. If the defense is marking the ball back here and she inadvertently cuts through the goal circle, the ball will come out here to the side. The girl that cut through will go 4 meters behind, and then you have to open up a shooting lane so she can go right in.
Girls, when you're on attack and you go through the goal circle, usually it's after you shoot, so you're like following your shot through the goal circle, and that's no goal.
No
at all.
goal,
So,
and the
then
goalie
you're gonna
gets
get
the
in trouble.
ball, and you go behind the goal cage 4 meters back.
Treat it like lava. You can't go in there. Don't touch
It isn't, that's the goalie's house. Who's the goalkeeper? Tell him to get out of your house. One little piece of advice for you, okay? When you make a save, and the ball hits your stick and lands on the ground, because this happened the other day, goalie is trying to scoop it up, and guess what she did? put it in the goal cage. Guess what it is? It's a goal. All right. You are the only player on the lacrosse team who can pick up the ball while you are in your goal circle and put it in your stick. Now, once it's in your stick, you have got 10 seconds to get rid of it, and we're counting. And when we count and we get to 5, we'll say 5, 6, you gotta do something, pass it or get out of the circle. Okay, because
We'll go over it.
if there's 10 seconds and you still have the ball, change of possession, the other team gets the ball. So, get in the habit, if you make a save, it goes off your body and goes down the ground, pick it up, put it in your stick. Too many goalies knock it into the goal cage, and it's a goal, all right?
And you cannot enter your goal circle with the ball.
That's
So,
the other thing.
Okay, yeah, if the ball is outside the goal circle and you're able to step out and scoop it, you cannot step back in. Once you step out, you're grounded.
You're
Become a-
outside the circle.
So you continue outside the circle, and then you can turn and roll the ball in, and then you may come back in.
I have one question. If her feet are in the circle and she scoops it up,
That's
okay.
As long as
That's
both
fine.
feet are
It's
in
okay,
the
it's just,
circle.
it's just a feat.
Right.
Once you even touch the line out there, you're grounded outside the circle. So you have to then continue out, or not have the ball, and you can step back in. But once you have the ball, you can't come in with it.
The other thing is, if the goalkeeper has a hard time throwing the ball to a teammate, and she wants to dump it on the circle and get out so that her teammate can come in and get it, she can put it down in the circle. She has to be completely out before that defender comes in and scoops up the ball and runs up the field with it. And for God's sake, do it on the side or in the back. Don't do it in the front. Because those defense players, when they go to scoop it up, right in the goal cage.
we haven't gone over clears yet,
Yeah.
or defensive
Okay.
positioning, so
Yeah.
that, this is something that I would
Okay,
explain to
so
you when we do that.
That's basically an overall. I mean, we could talk for 3 hours on the rules, but
Can I
we're
ask a
giving you
question
the
real quick?
basics.
About that last rule about putting the ball down and then the defenseman coming in and grabbing it or whoever, they have to scoop, they can't pick it up, they
No.
can't get it.
No, they can't pick it up. They got, the only
Only the
person that can
goalie
pick
can
the
do
ball
that.
up in the goal circle
Okay.
is the lady with the helmet.
Fair enough.
Okay? Question?
They asked if the other team can get the ball if it's in the crease.
No. Once the other team, if this is the goal circle, once the other team's stick goes over it, what is that? It's goal circle violation. Guess where she's gonna go? Out here behind, and the goalkeeper's gonna get the ball. Okay? That goal circle, all the way up on the plane, belongs to that goalkeeper. And she can have her toes on that goal circle on the inside. That's her house. Okay? I'm looking forward to coming out. I'm thrilled that there are so many here trying out for this team. And like I told you earlier, you got a great coach, so shouldn't be any issue. Claudia, I think, has 2 games out here. So we're looking forward to it, and we're hoping that you have a good experience. And, you know, if you have either one of us, feel free anytime, halftime or after the game, you want to talk about a rule. Just remember, you can't ask questions. The only person that can talk is the captain during the game. Okay? Now, the other thing is, anytime your team has the ball, you can call timeout. Your coach will say, call a timeout. What we will say, timeout Utica, players, put your sticks on the ground. Do you know why? Because when we call you back on the field, we know you're gonna go back where your sticks were, because you won't remember if you take your sticks with you. So you just put your sticks down, go off to your coach, have your timeout, come back to your stick, and we go from there.
Pat, how many timeouts in a game total, not per half, right?
So you can have them both in the first, both in the second, or one in each.
Okay.
Yep, but anybody can call timeout, and you can call it at any time, even if you have the ball getting ready to take an 8-meter shot. You can call it timeout, okay?
Like when you get injury, like what do we do? Like in soccer, we like take a knee. Like if there's an injury, like And so, like, what do we do if they get?
Well, we'll call, if there's an injury, we'll call timeout.
Okay.
And actually, you will leave your sticks and you can huddle up as a team, you know, just away from the injured player until we decide. She has to go off once, whether
Once we
she gets,
call timeout.
if she jumps up and says, nope, I'm good.
She has to
go
one
off
play.
still, and
Okay.
then she can come back on.
But just when a player is hurt, girls, just stay where you are. Don't rush to your teammate, you just make matters worse. You know, your player is hurt, she's crying, you're there, she just gets even more excited. We'll go there, and first thing we do, we will call the trainer, because we don't wanna deal with it, we're not medically trained, you know? So just pull off to the side, you can huddle, you can coach yourselves, but you can't go to the coach during the injury timeout. There's no coaching during an injury timeout. So be sure you wear your goggles, be sure when you're even practicing, you're catching and throwing, wear the mouth guard. That tooth comes out, if we can get you to the dentist in time, you might get it back in. But accidents happen when you're just playing catch.
You're
Remember that ball that's
instilling the
going
fear
in the
of
air?
God in
Yeah.
them.
But it kills me when I go to a game and they're warming up and they're playing catch and the goggles are up on their heads
It's a
and their
rule.
mouth
We
guards are
already-
right
we
here.
already
holding the
established
ball
that.
strap up. Yeah, but just get in there, take care of your body will be good to you.
So, in college, I know that when you make a shot, you have to drop your stick.
We don't do that, no, because college players are tricky, you know, everybody, what we'll do, when we call you off the field, and Merv, you're gonna be the game manager?
Yes.
Yeah, I'll be there.
Okay. Just remember, when you set the score clock, set the clock to stop 10 minutes before game time. So you want the game to start at 5:30, set the clock to stop at 5:20, so we can call the players off. We get the captains and your coach to come, toss a coin, and you can pick direction or possession. And it just amazes me that everybody takes possession instead of going where your coach wants you to be the second half. You know, a change of possession, I hardly any. If I had 10 in all the 30 games I did last year, that was a lot. Okay? And then we do a stick check, and you will line up. The official will come.
Check the other stick.
You line up with your sticks out to the left. She'll wanna see your mouth guard, your goggles will be on, and you'll put your stick out here. She'll drop it to make sure, now this stick is illegal.
That's a tricky stick.
Way illegal.
So I said, check the other one, I know that one's
And
illegal.
then you just go right down the line. Now, we can check a stick anytime during the game. We'll say that Desiree had this stick legal. Now, go ahead and check it. You see, this stick is illegal. As long as we see the ball above the wall, the side thing is called the wall of the stick, that's legal. So now Desiree goes back to the bench and she plays with the stick. Then we're in the game and all of a sudden there's a pass to her stick. And I'm officiating, I'm saying, that stick looks illegal. So I call timeout, bring the stick over, I check it. This stick is illegal. This stick will now go to the table. We're in the first half. It stays there for the rest of the first half. At halftime, she can go and fix the stick and then has to have it rechecked and it can come back in the second half. Now, if this happened in the second half, it's done for the game. So, kids are tricky, but guess what? The officials are wiser. And we can see it. We can see that. I mean, that's a no-brainer, that. All right, so that's what happens in a game. And then, of course, after the game, you shake hands, you line up and you shake hands with your opponent. It's nice if you come by and say, thank you, ref, you know. So other than that, that's it. But we just, you know, we want you to be safe, we want you to have fun. It is a fun game. It really is. Go ahead.
How long is the game normally?
2 25-minute halves, varsity. Up to 10-minute halftime. Now, what teams are you basically playing?
Henry Ford, Oxford, Notre Dame Prep,
Playing
They're
varsity.
They're varsity.
all varsity.
All varsity.
Who
So,
else besides prep?
No private schools.
Huh?
Regina, no other private schools.
Yeah.
Oh, Regina, that'll be good.
Yeah.
so it's a
Trust
stop
me,
after every
I
goal.
handpicked this schedule.
What?
I handpicked this schedule.
Okay, you're good. Yes, the goal in the varsity game, the difference between varsity and JV. here. Varsity and JV can both play 25-minute halves. The difference is, in the varsity game, the clock is stopped after every goal. Okay? If there is a 10-goal differential, the clock runs after goals. If it's 11-1, it runs. If all of a sudden it becomes 11-2, then they start stopping it after a goal. And at the end of each half, on every whistle in the last 2 minutes, the clock stops, unless there is a 10-goal differential, in which case it runs right through. Now, in the JV game, they play 25 minutes running time. They don't stop after goal. That's the difference, because the JV kids are younger, so they try to make the difference. And then when you get into middle school, 7th and 8th grade will play 25-minute running, and then the 5th, 6th grade will play 20 minutes running. So every level, there is a slight difference because of the age difference. Okay?
Thank you so much for coming,
Oh,
for
we enjoyed
everything.
it.
Thank you.